Let's do it.
It's another incredible morning right here on the Bogart Radio. It was a hot weekend, but we got blessed with a storm. I don't know.
The storm was scary.
Oh, yeah, there was a storm, hey?
Yeah. I thought I was dreaming at some point, and then I was like, no, I'm not dreaming.
I thought I was dreaming. I woke up and told Roberta this morning, I was like, you're looking at me like I'm lying.
That storm. Where do you live? Because you never get storms and rain. Nothing.
Like house, right? That's the reason why the roads were hectic this morning, because a lot of people are late as well, because I can tell. Like, a lot of people just sending messages like, yo, we're running late. But, yeah, man. But I got an early message to say, guys, just don't use the freeway. Because it's a mess. It's a mess. I think it was like blockages. It was like debris the road and everything else. It was just hectic. But thank God my car was parked in the garage. So yeah.
Yes.
Because there's people park their cars outside. I just feel for those
I
guys.
was so worried as well because I was like, I hope, because we don't have any garages, just shelter, it's just undercover parking. So I was just worried that at some point I was hearing hail, and I'm like, my God, should I go check on my car? Because sometimes the hail rains at an angle, so it can still hit your car.
Yeah, type of thing.
It can. So sometimes it's not just like
I personally don't like to park my car in the garage because it's just I don't know, like it's just an outside. I didn't say anybody, but yeah. Or either, because she went in too hard, man. But yeah, it is a Monday. Welcome to it, man. It's the 2nd of February, 2026, man. I feel like this year is just amazing. Amazing things have been happening. And I feel like it's okay, The Saturdays have been falling into the right places, end of the month, the holidays. There's Valentine's around the corner. I wonder what you guys have prepared for that day. Personally, I don't indulge in such, but I love to watch other people do. Yeah. Okay, we got a topic of the day. Have funerals lost their original meaning? Okay. Download the Bogart Radio app and let me know. Have funerals lost their original meaning? What was the meaning in the first place? That's what we're going to discuss when we come back. It is the Bogart Morning Show. The name is Ronnie J. Dre's Extraordinary DJ. Good morning. Work songs coming through with Cops that is small. This one here is called Praise You on a Monday, 2nd of February. 28 minutes past off 9 o'clock, man. Incredible things happening over. We're just saying some other incredible things that happened when we just went off air, but we're going to dive into those. But in the meantime, I got some wise words from the Bogart man once said. Sometimes the biggest progress is realizing how far you have already come. Many people move through life consistently chasing the next goal, the next job, or maybe the next relationship milestone, but the next vision of success without ever pausing to acknowledge the growth. We are quick to criticize ourselves for the things that we haven't achieved, not looking at what we have done before, man. But slow down, because and just celebrate the battles that we have survived, the habits that we have broken, and the resilience we have built. Well, that is very important, man. Just look back and just reflect. And it's one of the most things that can encourage you to move forward as well, man. Recognizing that the person you are today has endured things the old you wouldn't have even thought to survive. So that's why it's important for us to actually realize and look back, because there's a lot of hurt It's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
I made it.
Self-awareness is quite important, ladies and gentlemen. And also, the moment you start looking at your neighbor, it just creates jealousy, hate.
I am a
all those
neighbor,
kind of
my
things.
neighbor. Leave neighbors alone.
Leave the neighbors
my neighbor.
alone. Yeah, shout out to the dude, man. R.I.P. to the dude, man. He's actually quite
killer
incredible.
girl. Such a star.
Yeah, man. When we come back, we're gonna share some facts you probably did not know. 9:32 is the time. This is the Bogart Morning Show. Good morning. It's time for Did You Know That?
So, is it octopuses or octopi?
Mari's
I
octopus.
was about to say, like,
No, I genuinely didn't, guys.
So, what animal did you think it was?
Nice.
You just
I
thought
don't
it's from
know.
the sea.
I didn't research. For me, I looked at calamari.
It's okay.
Calamari.
That one. It's a Monday. Calamari. I saw calamari as prawns, or I just thought it's just like they're their own thing.
No, but I guess
I
it
had no
doesn't have
idea it
the
was
same
octopus.
name.
That
Squid.
is so interesting.
Squid and octopus. So it depends. So some of them you'll get a
Fascinating.
calamari dish.
Yes.
And they'll give you like mini squid.
depends on the day, but beef burger is number one.
I'd say beef burger as
takes it.
well. I feel like when it comes to chicken, yeah, it can go wrong.
Yeah.
I
It can go
prefer
wrong.
chicken burgers.
I prefer chicken burger.
I prefer
Really?
beef
I
don't know
one.
why.
I prefer beef as well.
The
Yeah.
beef
I
burger,
think
I don't know.
with chicken, the people that make it need to know how to really make it
Yeah.
because it can go wrong. Like one small mistake
There's
goes
a,
Then
for me,
it's
it's just a taste thing. Like I enjoy the patty, you know, and so sometimes it has that smokiness to it. I don't know what it is, and then with the cheese, I enjoy that. And then with the chicken, I rather have like a fold over. I rather have like a shawarma. I rather have a wrap
100%.
when it comes to
Okay.
chicken. But a burger, beef patty.
And Mickey D's
All
chicken hoe.
Oh,
Okay,
wait,
cool.
eh? Nice.
All right, cool then. 9:41 is the time. This is the Bogart Morning Show. Good morning. The name's Ronnie J. Dre's Extraordinary DJ. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And forget, guys, Friday it's an incredible one because we're giving away somebody winning. Somebody's winning.
Somebody's gonna
Yeah, somebody's gonna be winning this Friday. So please do make sure you download the Bogart Radio app and you head over to the Win With Us tab. All you have to do is type the cut. That's the cut, KUT. Okay, and then once you have done that, just like that, you follow the prompts there. You stand a chance to enter the competition, man. The competition has got a lot of things that is bringing, a free grooming at the cut. It's like a luxury barbershop in Norwood as well, and you get other things as well, man, that will be coming with that. But we're going to be discussing that later on as well.
someone that old to say something like that. Like it makes absolutely no sense. She did release a video where she was saying that she doesn't feel as though she was wrong in what she said.
I mean, it's her opinion. She doesn't feel that way. Well,
Which means she's not going to change.
Yeah.
it's so sad
that's
to see.
her,
though.
That's her, man. That's
It's so sad to see.
very sad.
And she was saying that she also refers to her kids that way because their father is Sotho speaking.
So, okay. So this derogatory term, it's a way of a joke to her, basically.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
that's
she
what
doesn't
said
take it
to us.
serious.
Yeah, she
at
doesn't
all.
take it
serious.
serious.
She doesn't
Yeah.
take it serious.
It's people like
until
that
there are
that will
repercussions.
And then she'll wonder when her kids are older and they move out of the house, why don't they visit me? Why didn't they put me in a nice nursing home or whatever? It's because of behaving like this,
Yeah.
I
huh?
believe.
It's so important to raise your children right and just genuine respect. You don't have to agree with someone. You don't have to like where they're from, what they do. Just genuine respect and mind your own business.
Maybe she just didn't understand what the term means.
The problem is now her
I'm
kids
getting a feeling like that.
hear
now.
it all the
They
time.
will hear it and they're going to use it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, that it's so important to teach kids the right way, especially if the next generation needs to be better and they need to do
But I also
better.
don't think that the kids are also going to use it now that it's all over the internet. They can see mom is on the internet and she's trending, and this is
bad.
bad. Yeah,
It's
this is bad.
It's bad.
If they carry on picking up that, I mean, if it was way back and there was no like social media to communicate all these things, we'd probably say, yeah, maybe your children are going to do this. But now we can clearly see that, look, man, hey, man.
It's just so sad because the internet can't be raising kids, and unfortunately that's the era we're in. You know, the parents are the ones that need to do that because they can take so much that is right and so much that is wrong, and because they don't have a person really explaining to them why this is wrong and they're just reading it from the internet, I feel like it's still 50-50. You know, it's the same way, you know, a kid will know stealing is wrong or bullying is wrong. We all know bullying is horrible, but there's still a lot of bullies, and kids are constantly still getting bullied even though they're very much aware that it's wrong. So yeah, hey, it's a tough job for parents out there.
I'm also grateful for
100%.
social media on the other side of things, in terms of maybe I wouldn't know how messed up my mom is.
Yeah,
But now because of social media, I'm like,
And now I
oh,
know.
yeah.
correct.
Let me not follow her. Let me not.
Hey man,
do what
let
she
me just
does.
say, like, she's probably a good person, you know what I mean? Maybe in a family, because you know you can't be bad all the 24/7, guys. That's one thing. You can't be bad 24/7. You gotta be good in some way.
What
You know
she
what I
did
mean?
was
Some
just
people,
wrong.
they're even shocked. Probably they're even shocked that she's even saying such things. You know what I mean? So I think those elements of her being good some way, I mean, that's what she should focus on, you know? And she should do that. But that was very wrong because she doesn't know that people are getting hurt with such slurs and stuff like that, you know?
Or maybe she knows.
Probably that.
And she doesn't care.
Yeah, she probably doesn't care.
So
you know.
sad to see.
Like, you can, in this country, I feel like it's very easy to be able to spot the people who were alive during apartheid. The way they speak,
Yeah.
the certain things they say, you can tell.
Wow. Yeah, huh? You can definitely tell, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's up to the people to but she definitely, this was not acceptable. Whatever it is, it's not acceptable. I think she just didn't know the magnitude of what she was saying in public.
I know she
think she
knew.
didn't.
She knew. And some time ago, I heard someone say that Zulu people are just like that. You know, whenever you are not
Zulu. Tribalism
you know,
is horrible.
like
Yeah.
whenever you're not Zulu, that's
Yeah.
what you're gonna get. Venda, Pedi, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part. Like it's unfortunate.
And I mean, it's okay to take pride in who you are. I mean, my mom is Zulu. It's okay to take pride in the fact that Ngum Zulu, this is who I am.
And I
Without
don't like this.
disrespecting
Yeah.
everyone
Without
else. And I think
there is
the
no need.
disrespect is just horrible sometimes. Yeah.
There's literally no need.
And it's not everyone, of course.
But I don't like the term that we say, like we just like put everybody in there, you know what I mean?
No, hence I'm saying
no,
not
no,
everyone.
Not everyone.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Not
yeah.
everyone, but
Not
you do
everyone.
feel it sometimes when you are
Well,
around
there's people
certain
like
people.
Nasty C. There's Zulu people, but you don't hear them like.
No,
you
but
wouldn't
Nasty
even
C is
categorize them,
different.
It's different.
I feel like he also
Yeah,
grew
but
up
he's
different.
Zulu. You check on
No,
it.
he's
But there's
Zulu,
a
but
lot
he
of
grew
people
up
like
different.
Nasty C.
No,
You
of
know,
course.
I got a lot of Zulu friends, and
No, I
they're
know.
completely
I have
nothing
family that's Zulu, and
like.
they're
You know what I'm
amazing.
saying? They're completely nothing like what this woman is projecting. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And then people, yeah, you know. So I'll be like, wow, these people are like this. You know what I mean? And then there's the taxi drivers, man. Hey, those guys are in the world. they're just on their own. Those ones. But I like those guys because sometimes they educate. You know, they like to educate you about it. They don't shame you or anything like that. They'll be like, okay, we see you, but just speak. You know?
As long as there's no
This is-
disrespect, I
Yeah.
think I'm one
There's no
person.
need.
They
where
teach
I'm
you
like,
about respect.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's no
let's
need.
just
Of which
respect.
that woman.
Even when you teach me about respect, respectfully teach me about
Yes.
respect.
Exactly.
Don't
That's
now
what they
talk
do.
to me like I'm two.
But this woman was not doing that.
Yeah.
She was just
She was
literally
just
she had a
disrespectful.
yeah, she had a thing against it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I think I don't like you because the type of thing. But hey, man, it is what it is. Okay, just download the Bogart Radio app. Let me know what you think. What responsibility do individuals carry when speaking in public spaces? And I feel like that's what we need to actually focus on. What kind of public affection you need to display when you're doing this? The behavior. I can't believe it's 2026, guys. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Do you know that in Ethiopia they are still in 2018?
I saw that. They were explaining that to Speed, and I was like, it makes no sense.
Okay, now you're going to have to keep me up to speed. What?
Up to speed, that's what you did.
How does that? Yeah.
So traditionally, would that be a good word? Generally, we follow the Gregorian calendar, which is what the rest of the world follows, which is
apply daylight savings time. I feel like it would confuse me.
because
Yeah,
I'm
that-
guessing it has no literal impact on your life. So if I was to go to Ethiopia now for a week or so, I don't think things will still be backdated. They'll still be up to
everything is
date.
still up to
No, you
date.
still be up
It's
to
just the
date,
time,
yeah.
just the timeline that is noted is different. But everything else will still be up to date.
Like
I'm assuming.
today, probably not Valentine's
were-
Day. Do they have Valentine's Day?
I'm sure they
Hey, man,
do.
this guy's got lots
Well,
of love.
how's
I'm
the
sure
New
he
Year's?
does. I'm sure he does.
They were never colonized, right?
How's the
it's
Christmas
So
Day?
maybe that
Ethiopia
also
is
kind of
colonized.
contributes to why
they're not colonized.
they were never
They're not-
colonized. I think that's why they continued with their Christian calendar. They didn't change.
Wait, Ethiopia was not colonized. They weren't.
No, they were not.
Yeah,
I've
there's
never
one.
heard.
I think it's
They
them.
still-
There's one
They
country
They
that's never
still
been.
speak the native language.
Yes.
So they don't have a.
I don't think they were ever
European or-
colonized. I've never heard anything about. I don't know,
Is
but
it?
I don't think they were.
I don't think they're
and
I
I
don't
think
they've
that
been
contributes
colonized.
a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
that's actually a good point you're making there. That's another reason why they're still in why they still maintain the tradition, the culture, and the
Yes.
systems because there's no colonial power there, so they're able to maintain what is.
Yeah, they were never formally colonized.
Yeah,
Oh, so they're like the true Wakandians, right?
yeah.
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 True Wakanda, there, man. We should go investigate them, man. Like they're probably hiding something.
But they have colonized others.
you
Yeah.
check.
They've colonized others, but they've
Yeah,
never
they were
been
clean for a second there, but I'm just saying.
No, I mean,
And they
that-
look
that-
so
that-
friendly.
they
Oh,
look
my
so friendly.
friend.
And that-
Yeah,
Oh, my friend.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
why would you colonize me, my friend?
like come on, guys.
Because you know
like,
that just speaks about
My friend, my friend.
how powerful they are as a country. You know, to not be colonized and to still colonize. I think it's other African countries,
Yeah.
islands, possibly islands. That just speaks about the power of Ethiopians,
does,
and
eh?
you can see that even nowadays in normal society, when you see them how they gather together, it's almost like the Jewish
Yes.
people. They literally keep themselves to themselves. They understand the systems, they understand the culture, and they never tend to bend or fold for other systems. Never.
I never dare, but they're definitely one of the most friendliest people I've met. on the continent, man. They're just, they just got a whole vibe on their own going on. Yeah, what we got in sports, man?
Yeah, there's a lot happening in sports. Of course, we're coming out of a bumper weekend of our sporting events. Possibly one of the highlights of the weekend is the Australian Open. You guys know how excited I've been about this Final Four throughout the course of the past 2 weeks. And of course, the finals took place this weekend with some of the biggest names in the world of tennis, mainly from the men's side with the Carlos Alcaraz Jr. and Novak Djokovic once again cementing the position in history as some of the best, as the two best tennis players in the world at the moment. I'll give you an insight as to how that final panned out, and of course there was also a women's final that took place this weekend as well. So I'll give you an insight with regard to that to that result. As far as the Gateaux Premiership is concerned, I've got a voice. Our main man Wawa. Of course, he went out to the Orlando Amstel Arena.
Of course,
Of course, he calls himself the ambassador of 3 points.
Really?
So he went to Orlando Pirates Stadium. He's a Kaiser Chiefs fan. He went to Orlando Pirates Stadium to donate 3 points to Orlando Pirates. But he gave quite a funny comment. I'll give you an insight with regards to the result in that Pirates game. Because the Chiefs were also in Confederation football this past weekend as well. Also got a good result in that sense. As far as the English Premiership is concerned, some mouth-watering action that took place this weekend. Some brilliant goals. Manchester City and Pep Guardiola definitely licking the wounds after this weekend's result against Tottenham Hotspur. So I'll give you an insight as to some of the results that came in this weekend from the United Rugby Championship, as well as there was quite a few South African derbies that took place in the United Rugby Championship. I'll give you full-on insights with these and other headlines at around 10:30.
All right, cool, man. All right, I got some health facts for you. So your gut is often called your second brain. The gut contains over 100 million nerve cells. Wow.
I thought you said yogurt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like yogurt, man. But then I heard guts. So.
Your gut, okay.
I see.
But we need to explain what a gut is exactly, eh? Do you know what a gut is?
Intestines, large intestines, small intestines,
the
stomach.
system that releases, that holds and releases objects that cannot be
well,
mentioned.
Waste.
So if you're looking for the official dictionary meaning, the gut or gastrointestinal tract is a long muscular tube extending from the mouth to the anus that digests food, absorbs nutrients, and excretes waste. So it's the entire system.
All right, cool. Now, with that being said, so it produces around 90% of the body's serotonin, a chemical likely, just to shift your mood, well-being. That means when whatever you eat, it doesn't just affect your body, it influences your emotions, energy levels, and even how you handle your daily challenges. So a poor gut health has been linked to a fatigue, brain fog, and low mood. So while you are balancing your diet there or whatever you're doing, you need to eat clean, or things that, makes you feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, stop looking at us funny when you say something's wrong with you and you say maybe you need to clean your stomach and you're like, maybe it's not, because maybe it is.
And it always is.
It's you.
Nah.
Cleaner guts will
You
show.
are the problem. You put the wrong things in there.
But now, guys,
Yeah,
this thing
clean
of cleaning your
stomach.
stomach, from where I come from, we were brought up as child soldiers.
Yeah.
So cleaning your stomach was never a real thing. So only in my earlier life was in South Africa, I realized the stuff like castor oils, tameta.
Bro, that stuff only exists in South Africa, bro.
Is that stuff?
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Is that good for you?
So castor oil generally is. I do believe that there are some laxatives that aren't that healthy or aren't that good and could cause stomach cramps, ulcers, other issues. I guess we need an expert for that. But castor oil genuinely is. It's like oil pulling. It actually does, I guess, soften your gut and kind of help.
But now your natural system.
Some people, I feel like
you're a
sometimes
child,
you
so-
struggle.
No,
And
even as an adult, your natural system.
You're not eating natural food also.
you're not hydrated properly. You're not eating a lot of natural fruit or greens. So now, obviously, I feel like then waste gets stuck.
I think, I'm getting to somewhere.
So
because
you must use a chemical to process the chemicals we've consumed.
And it doesn't have to be a chemical. Hence, I'm saying that I'm
no, but
for
also the process
natural.
you're using the chemical to clean the other
Yeah.
chemicals.
Yeah.
Some of us
process.
are lucky. You just
The
need
process.
a really thick milkshake.
Literally, milk, water. Some people it's just a lot of
Oh, a
water.
milkshake works
or
that way?
Alu and water.
If you're lactose intolerant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
Yes.
not gonna play out well for me.
You might not have visits for about a week.
Yeah, that's not gonna play out. because I'm not lactose tolerant.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, this thing of a lot of races and cultures don't do the whole thing of keeping young or to clean your bile or to clean your system.
You know, that
Very-
thing,
very much
that
common,
thing, that
you
thing
know,
is
the
it's only in
black
South
house.
Africa.
Yeah.
Our neighboring countries, there is nothing. I
But
went
there's
to
natural
them, they look
system
at me
of-
like, what did you do to the child?
You know,
They spite you.
We spade the child. You clean the every little thing.
No,
Mama have a
you
headache.
know that orange. You know
Doesn't
that, what's
they-
that thing
doesn't-
called, man?
It's a spade.
It's a spade.
It
no,
doesn't
no.
exist
That
in
thing caused
Botswana.
many
It
kids have
doesn't-
been traumatized by that.
I've
They've
never
been
been spayed in my life, thank goodness.
Hey man, we used to run around.
I
the
say
neighborhood. We used to run around the neighborhood. You come back at 5
There's
p.m.
nothing like that in Zimbabwe. There's nothing like that in Botswana, Zambia, Mozambique. I'm telling you, those people were like, what?
Ronnie, as a child, once you
What?
saw that spade thing, you leave. You would come back
You
the next
knew.
day.
And
Come back.
Brooklaks.
You would come back.
I preferred
man.
Brooklaks because it was like a piece of
Brooklaks
chocolate.
was just chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So the question is, do we actually pay enough attention to what we eat beyond, you know, the taste and what we just put in our body in general, man?
Is that with regards to the health check for today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, in that regard, also being a fitness fanatic myself, I train so hard, but I don't do as well in the kitchen. You know, I can after
'Cause that's a key
after an
major.
hour of workout, I can literally go have a full plate of pap and not feel guilty about it.
No, but you need the energy, bro, because you've been working it
Yeah,
out.
but surely
in the gym,
there's
man.
places I can get other energies that will compensate for my training. But naturally, because you feel as if there's
Like
a
what?
big gap in my stomach.
Like what? Other than pop and nah, come on, bro. Come
You're
on,
a
bro.
big fan of pop.
Come on, bro.
Ronnie could eat pap and water the whole day.
Yes.
You would
Chief,
not.
I don't understand people who don't even eat pop zero. Like how, Sway? How, Sway? How are you surviving? You went the whole month like this, man. I know people like that because I lived with some people. Like they would just be like, I'm like, guys, we haven't eaten pop in 3 months. I'm like, no, it's normal. No,
It's very normal.
it's not normal. No,
It is normal.
guys. People from the north eat pop, okay?
I'm from the
Every
north.
day.
I don't eat pop.
Okay,
every day.
okay. That's not the north we're talking about, okay?
Which north are you?
We're not talking about the north side. We're talking about the north, the great north.
Or like Limpopo vibes.
Limpopo and them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure those people will agree with me. You know, but hey, quite interesting stuff, man. Quite interesting stuff that people have different ways they can just
Also look into
Apply themselves.
probiotics, guys, because probiotics can
amazing.
really help with your gut health. Yeah.
also.
Just take one every day. You'll be fine.
Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. Back to back, man. We're at TI with the one called
Look like
Let
Uncle
'Em Know.
Phindi doing that on the.
Oh wow.
I actually know how to do that dance. Okay, not the way he does it, but yeah.
Yeah, we had an era. Yeah, hey? It was nice. Uncle Vinny. What happened to him though?
I'm sure he's still pushing.
Yeah, he needs a new dance. He has to come back with some. Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
think he's doing music.
He's doing music
yeah,
now.
I think there's something that he's definitely doing. At some point, I know he was presenting. At some point, it's music. I mean, guys, he's still a kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's still a
'Cause I
kid. He has
just
a lot
haven't
to
heard-
push
I just
for.
haven't heard anything from him, and he's got great energy, man. That's
Dude,
what I'm asking.
There's an
like,
interview I saw of him back in the day. He was such a baby, and I think he was interviewing Rick Ross. Was just someone big at the time, and I was like, "Yo, you've been at it.
you think
you've
we
been."
can get him here?
Yeah,
Then
I
we
think
can ask him
first
after
off,
all
he
the
can make
things
the
I've said.
things.
Yeah,
he
it's
can make the
fine.
things-
Then you can also, face.
After everything
Nah,
I
you
said.
can
You
put.
can say it face to face. and
No,
talk
you
to
can pull
him.
a reason on you, man.
And you'll be shocked. Next thing you end up like, actually, I get you. I feel you now. You know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? After he pulls a reason on you, man. Like, yo, you can say to my face now, I'm here. Since you
here
like
now.
talking about it. But yeah, man. Let's just dive into the pop culture here. What's happening?
Yes, that's cooking, guys. I want to know from you two, actually, that how do you guys feel when you are scrolling, right, on Instagram, TikTok, whenever, and then you come across whether it's a bikini picture or an extremely close to a nude picture?
That's an everyday thing, but okay, go on.
It is. How do you guys feel? Do you feel like, okay, this is thirst trapping? Or you kind of give it context and look at who the person is? Or do you just feel like, oh, thank God my woman doesn't do this? Or like emotionally, where are you guys on this conversation?
For me personally, so when social media was introduced and over the time of social media, more specifically Instagram, we've gone through the narrative that Instagram is for women and it's not for men.
Correct.
With that same narrative, I think
I still say that.
certain women have taken it to an extent where you cannot come back from. Certain women still practice a bit of politeness, a bit of what's the word? there's some class in what they post, but also at the same time, I don't want to be the judge of what you post, because it is your social media platform and you're able to do what you want to do on your social media platform. But over and above that is you need to understand who you are as a person, what your influence is on society, what impacts you have on those surrounding you, be it family, be it immediate friends. So there's a lot of things that when we post online, there's a lot of considerations that must take place before that post goes online. It's more than just yourself. Remember, we're dealing with people that have hundreds and thousands of followers, millions of followers to a certain extent, and sometimes 50% of those followers want to see you naked, want to see you dressed, want to see you wearing branded clothing. Sometimes they just want you to be as natural as you can. So I think more than anything is we need to understand the type of social media platform you have and the narrative you're pushing for your page, for us to be able to accept whatever it is that you post. But then if you post a random thing of you being nude and we think, mother, here you were at church, here you were doing this, doing that, but now you're posting nude because you didn't receive the amount of likes that you did from your church post. Are you doing it for attention? Are you doing it to remind us who you are? Are you doing, what is the, so we've gotten to a point where now we ask for questions. Now when you post, we don't just accept, we don't just like anymore. Now we want to ask questions. Why are you posting this? Who are you posting this for? Why are you doing this? And that's what the comment section has become. So now it's become a point of criticism. Now we criticize each other based on the post, as opposed to just liking it and moving on.
I think I'm asking this due to the debate that has sparked, I think last week or the week before, where Minnie Dlamini posted her semi-nude picture because she is covering the private parts. She's not necessarily fully blown naked.
She's naked, mama.
You know, I mean, when I'm saying naked, I'm saying she's not revealing her boobs. You can't see her nipples, you can't see her boobs, you can't see her genitals. She's literally posing in a way where it's a nude picture that is you're still covering yourself with your hands.
Personally,
so go look at the picture. You guys saw
I
the
don't
picture,
see anything wrong with the picture.
I genuinely don't as well, but hence I want to hear.
So why are people going rivaling about this? Like what's the story?
I don't see anything wrong with the picture.
I do. She looks gorgeous.
Amazing.
She's stunning.
Stunning body.
Very beautiful woman.
And
you know, like if it makes her happy, then you know, I'm not judging her at all. But I think piggybacking on what Rob said when he spoke about the fact that what you post right affects the people that are around you.
But why are they allowing that to be affected? Why are you allowing someone's life and decisions and what they do with their social media to affect you? Like, even as a parent, I feel like, why are you letting celebrities be your kids? Not that you're letting them, right? But I feel like try your best to be a role model. Like, do everything in your power to make sure that your kid is not looking up to someone that you might not want them to look up to.
I mean, like, not only like for people who are looking up to her necessarily, but she has a baby. You know, she has a baby. She's a 35-year-old. I'm not saying that because she's now at that age she shouldn't be posting such, but I feel like, you know, when you have a child, when you have a child and your child is going to school, man, I don't know.
Okay,
you
cool.
know?
Okay, cool. I get you. Like, obviously, when the child arrives at school, but there's here. Guys, this to me, when I look at this, and what most people would actually look at it, is artistical. This person is in a creative space, okay?
Yes.
And she was trying to get a message across.
Have you seen how many of
because let's just really look at it what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people here who are giving a stamp of approval. We got Jessica Nkosi. Hey, hold on, man. Hey, man, why? Okay, but can I mention the other ones? Can I mention the other ones here? We got Jessica Nkosi. We got Nunklebo, Zideko, Mawu, also on that. Tabise, DJ Zintle is also.
These are her immediate friends. These are people that she's surrounded. These are friends that she's surrounded with on a daily basis.
Okay,
they don't come across and support what she's doing. But then if you scroll further down into the comments, other people are asking questions about Miri. Why don't you just leave this kind of thing for Cheyenne Bougie, the people that are relevant in the industry now?
The young ones. How old is she? That's my question.
She's over 30, I think.
She's over 30.
I'm not sure what she is.
She's 35 years old.
I personally do not see anything wrong, and I think I stand to be corrected.
Can I ask you a question?
I think,
Sorry to interject. Would you?
Mina, I probably would, but the reason why I actually wouldn't is because I just feel like I have my own body dysmorphia. I think if you love yourself and you love your body, do what you want.
If it's for the album art or something like that?
No, but I'm just being honest with me that if I was that stunning, shame.
The only problem I have with Minnie's picture is I feel like it could have used a bit more color grading, a bit more editing. Maybe if she was in the studio.
And then you accept it.
Then it would give a more artistic approach.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
I also think it's
because if it was in the studio, you guys are going to accept it. I would have thought maybe people would be like, yo.
I think you guys were still going to come for it.
I would have thought maybe like, yo, this, you're showing the whole world. You know what I'm saying? There could be a kid walking there or something like that.
There was a
and then
time
they're
when Rick
watching the
Ross came
photo
to South
shoot.
Africa. I think the first time he came to South Africa in Durban. What's that song called? Zulu Girls. I think there was a song called Zulu Girls. And Minnie did a photo shoot where she was dressed in a Zulu memorabilia attire. She was dressed in a Zulu attire. She was posing like a forest setup, and that picture broke the internet. But because we accepted that picture because she was expressing her cultural her cultural nuances of who she is as a person. Whereas right now, if you have to, I'll find that picture. If you have to put the two pictures together, you try to make a comparison. So, okay, cool. Here we see the artistic, we see the cultural approach, the cultural communication you're trying to put in. On the other side, your most recent picture, what are you trying to communicate to us? That you have a beautiful body, something that we didn't know already. You're trying to remind us that, okay, this is what you look like naked.
Yeah, man, it's quite tricky, man. Hey, man, I don't know. Me, when I see this, it's just creativity.
And then at the same time, if I go like this, you know what my girlfriend's gonna say? Why are you liking pictures of naked
Yeah,
women?
of course you can't go like
Don't
it.
ask
That's
me
a
why-
different
that's-
conversation.
That's the problem now. Why?
Let the
That's a
women
different
like it.
Guys,
Let
these
us
double
like
standards
it.
will
Let
kill
us.
We will die. We will die.
Wait, so
Here's
only
Titi
men,
Mba saying,
only
wow.
women are supposed to like that picture?
I'm not saying only women are supposed to like
guys.
that picture. I'm saying if you're a single man, yes, go like the picture. But if you have a
There's a
woman
man
and you
that
don't
got
like
married
this
here with
picture,
kids. He said, "Wow,
You see
what is
what
his
double
wife saying?"
standards I'm talking
no,
about?
guys, it's not double standards.
Rob
As
has
a
been
woman,
fighting this fight for like
it's
2
it's
weeks now.
true.
I have
No,
to-
as long as you're also comfortable with me
Yo,
going
man,
to
it's-
like
it's a
guys
real
with
thing.
6 packs and guys in their underwear or even a nude guy, then it's fair.
So
as long
when
as
you're
you're
like, when
okay.
you're liking those guys, you're like, okay, shop, where you have a nice six-pack. Why are you posting this thing? You start asking questions. Why are you posting these things? What are the reasons? But now you start thinking, oh, you're thirst trapping us. But now we can't say Minnie's thirst trapping us. We can't make
No,
it.
you can. All I'm saying is that it needs to go both ways. If you're allowed to go like Minnie's picture, then I should also, supposedly I'm a girlfriend, I'm supposed to go, you're supposed to be okay with me also going to like any other Chris Brown picture
how
or
can I
whatever.
not like this
Okay,
picture?
guys.
I'm scrolling. There's a naked woman in front of me. I'm scrolling. I'm
You can move past it. You really can.
Okay.
You really
Okay,
can.
let's go to
Believe you me.
sports. Okay, guys, let's just do the sports real quickly. But I just gotta pause it for here and say, look here, man. Not all the women are gonna be like Nandi, okay? It's just not like that, okay? 'Cause it's just a different
Ah, wow,
kinds of
guys.
women, okay? But anyway, let's hear what Rose has in sports, man.
Ah,
We're gonna
wow,
come
guys.
back to this. We're gonna come back to this
Hey,
conversation.
for Rose, I'm not
Nicely.
feeling you, Nandi.
Yeah, you know,
I love Nandi so much.
I love her
But
so
No,
much.
I
people
love
are
her,
different.
But what she's saying.
Actually, I used
So
to love
one
Nandi until
day,
Zex came in the picture.
Me, yeah. Also that, yeah. We're gonna talk about that. Zex. Man. Zex. Shout out to you though, but.
Top of the morning from the sports test. Let's take a quick look at our sporting headline for this morning. Of course, a lot of interesting results have come in from the past weekend. As far as our sporting fraternities across the world, of course, there was sort of some of the results that came out in the Australian Open. Of course, the big final that took place this weekend. I was just very, very unlucky to not watch the whole game. I was watching the highlights while we were in the midst of the show. And my jaw just dropped at the back and forth, the lack of love or the love losses between two of the best tennis players in the world, Novak Djokovic and of course Carlos Alcaraz Jr. Of course, that game ended up in a very, very positive result. Just to give you an insight, of course, Novak Djokovic was beaten by Carlos Alcaraz Jr. with a 2-6, 6-2. 6-3, 7-5 victory. Carlos Alcaraz, of course, has won his first Australian Open title and has become the youngest man ever to complete a career Grand Slam, all four majors at the tender age of 22. Guys, if you see Carlos Alcaraz on court, you'll think this man has been playing tennis for over 30 years, but he's only 22 years old and he has a lot more time, a lot more awards, a lot more trophies to notch up in his trophy cabinet as his career proceeds. Of course, he went on to beat Novak Djokovic, who had never lost an Australian Open final before, and that match was quite historic and it took place at the Melbourne Arena. On the other side, as far as the women's side is concerned, of course, Aryna Sabalenka, she took on Elena Rybakina, and that in a result that came out positive for Elena Rybakina, who came out with a 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 victory. Rybakina, of course, has now won her second Grand Slam title after a tight 3-set final against the world number one Aryna Sabalenka. To shift some attention to what took place in the world of football, there were some interesting results that came in during the course of this weekend. Of course, just to start off in England, of course, Fergie time. It's been suggested that Fergie time is now back. Rio Ferdinand posted up a video saying it's maybe not Fergie time, but it's Michael Carrick time. That's, of course, relating to Manchester United's victory this past weekend as they came out with a 3-2 victory over Fulham, scoring on Benjamin Šeško scoring in the dying minutes. In fact, the 90 minutes plus, ensuring that Manchester United came out with a 3-2 victory against Fulham. On the other hand, Nottingham Forest could only share the spoils against Crystal Palace with a 1-1 draw in that encounter. Aston Villa had their hopes of a top four position dented a bit as they came out as they lost to a solitary goal against Brentford with a 1-0 defeat in that encounter. Tottenham Hotspur managed to bounce back against Manchester City. Manchester City, of course, put on 2 brilliant goals in the first half. Antoine Semenyo has made it 4 out of 5 goals after signing for Manchester City. It was not said to be, of course, as Tottenham Hotspur managed to bounce back in the dying minutes. In fact, in the second half of the encounter, ensuring that the game went over to 2-2, almost allowing Arsenal to fly further up on the table standings as they currently remain at the top of the English Premier League. And then as far as our local football is concerned, before I dive into that, Wawa sometimes Wawa kills me. But anyway, there was a local football match that took place. There was some Betway Premiership matches that took place this weekend. Possibly the biggest one that took place as far as the Orlando Stadium is concerned. The Orlando Amstel Stadium is concerned. Kaizer Chiefs fan had sent their very own Wawa to go there and to represent and to donate. He calls himself the minister of the ambassador of 3 points. Let's hear what Wawa had to say with regards to this past weekend's result for Orlando Pirates.
Yeah, because of peer pressure that my age make they go to taverns. Even me, I must come to a tavern. But as the ambassador of 3 points, the Department of 3 points have sent me to come and do an oversight. And I have done the oversight. What I can say, congratulations to Orlando Amstel Football Club for their artificial win today. At the end of the day, it is Magezi. You can't celebrate for beating Magezi, Lindo. You have seen even China was not tested enough. He was just sitting down. But even though he was sitting down, he was not saving. You might find him that he is busy calling himself Peterson. Forgetting that Peterson is not just a goalkeeper. We don't call him Mr. Clean Sheet for nothing. He doesn't prevent goals only. He is capable to prevent unemployment. He is capable to prevent teenage pregnancy. I'm not here. So, and
that's of course Wawa himself. He is the official ambassador for Kaizer Chiefs, and of course he made his way out to Orlando Stadium this past weekend as the mighty Buccaneers came out with a 2-0 victory over Magezi this weekend. Of course, as Wawa said, who is Magezi? What is Magezi? But of course, no offense or a full amount of respect are going out to Magezi as they took on Orlando Pirates this weekend at the Orlando Amstel Arena. It was a sold-out affair. It was so amazing to look at the stadium and to see for the first time, possibly the first time in a regular match, a regular season, that a stadium is so filled up to the rafters. I don't know if Orlando Pirates were giving away free Amstels. I don't know what the situation was, but it was really, really nice to see the stadium full. And of course, in that fullness, the mighty Buccaneers came out with a 2-0 victory against Magezi Football Club this past weekend. Very, very good results for Orlando Pirates in that match. Speaking about Orlando Pirates, the city rivals, or rather the town rivals, Kaizer Chiefs rather, they were in confederation action. They took on Gateaux for the second encounter. Of course, they came out with a 1-0 victory. And of course, Mr. Clean Sheet himself, Peterson, ensured that Kaizer Chiefs came out victorious without conceding a single goal. That victory on its own has now meant that Kaizer Chiefs are in contention for a knockout position as far as the Confederation Cup is concerned. So a very good result for Cyril and Nzaka and the rest of the coaching staff as far as our Kaizer Chiefs is concerned. And then to give you an insight as far as our rugby is concerned, the United Rugby Championship went into a mouth-watering encounter this weekend. Of course, as the Blue Bulls took on the Emirates Lions, it was very, very quiet after this match. Of course, the Blue Bulls coming out to the 52-17 victory against the Emirates Lions. The Bulls had delivered a huge bonus point victory with an 8th try in a dominant display. And as far as the derby match went on, the Hollywood-based Sharks also took on the DHL Stormers in another South African derby. The Hollywood-based Sharks are coming out with a 36-24 victory against the DHL Stormers. The Sharks have now secured back-to-back wins with a strong second half performance against the Stormers. It's been interesting as far as our sports is concerned for this weekend. We of course are going to another bumper weekend as far as our football, as far as rugby, as far as all sports are concerned. I'll of course keep you updated with some of the happenings that will take place during the course of this week. This sports report, as per usual, is brought to you by Score Energy Drink. I'm back again on Wednesday between 9 and 11 o'clock. Until then, enough said.
It's the Bogart Morning Show. The name's Ronnie Chateau's Extraordinary DJ. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right, we were talking about, there's a picture that obviously Mini Slamini posted, and, it just got viral. It got people separated on social media. Where do we draw the line between art and controversy? Hey, man, I feel like it was artistical, creativity, whatever she was trying to put out. She probably thought it was cool. Come on.
It was artistic, creative. What do you mean? It's an insult to a creative like myself, calling that stuff creative.
I didn't say, I said to her. To me, it's just
and
a
also,
picture.
let's look at the platform. Remember, Instagram is very different. I know a lot of people would post.
Did she
even
post it on
including
Facebook?
Myself. No.
She didn't, okay.
I don't think so, because I think we all understand that certain platforms make sense for certain things. Oh, my English is depleting on a Monday. But yes. So I feel like for the Instagram crowd and Instagram people, and I love me some Instagram, I think we get it. And I think that's why there isn't like a backlash. There isn't the platform. Guys, Beyonce did this. Yes. So, and another thing, guys, can we also be honest with the fact that as Africans, we're just so strict, and we are in general, because Americans get away with so much, and that's okay, because I don't want to say they're uncultured, but they just move different.
Say it.
No, not entirely, not everyone. But what I'm trying to say is that here the culture comes with too much restraint. So as a woman,
putting the sauce on
it's hey, he doesn't mess with this one.
I agree with that. I agree.
So maybe if Minnie was American, this wouldn't even be a question. It wouldn't even be. Cardi did it. Beyonce did it. So many people have done it. Yeah. Guys, not to say it somehow. Actually, let me. Someone you guys supposedly respect so much actually also did it. But there wasn't any backlash, and this was years ago. I'm gonna try and find a picture.
So in Cardi B's music video for Money, she was doing the exact same pose, just as naked as Mini Dlamini, and everybody praised
what is
the
Cardi
music
B
video.
singing about? Cardi B sings about being naked every day, so it's fine. We understand. This is your narrative. This is who you.
And what does Mini Dlamini do?
Mini Dlamini, dog.
She's hot.
You are here. You are Miss SA host. You are doing sports. You are doing all those fraternities. You are in.
Okay, you guys are fighting, ne?
All of a
and
sudden,
I love my queen so much. Sorry to interject. I love my queen so much, and shout out to her. Nandi Madida did the same thing, if not 2017 or 2018. This is literally what Mini did. It's just that she is not.
She's not in a studio.
No, guys. What I'm trying to say is that regardless of where Mini would have been, I understand
maybe she didn't have the money
fighting,
for the studio.
But I'm just saying that this is literally a similar concept. This is a good 80% similar concept of what Mini did. It's just that Mini did it in Cape Town, and she wasn't in the studio. She was probably chilling at a rooftop. It was gorgeous. But this is it. No one is coming for this picture. Exact same pose. It's just that obviously Nandi has some jewelry on, and Nandi is amazing. I love her so much.
It looked like she didn't ask some
the argument doesn't stand.
Please take me a picture.
The argument doesn't stand. I think it's just about perception. I think we do perceive different.
Perception.
Yes, it's because it's Mini. Because Nandi did it a while ago, there was not a single backlash. A lot.
And I feel like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that picture, guys, for Instagram.
I still stand that there's nothing wrong. I understand that it would have maybe looked more, what's the right word?
Forced.
Polished. No, I'm saying I understand that it would
look. Somebody with the iPhone 17 like, Chief, take this picture of me. Let me shock the internet.
No,
she could have gone to the studio with the Sony camera, with the Xeno, with what are those other cameras that we use?
I don't know those cameras.
They could have used those cameras.
Saying maybe you are right in terms of had she maybe went to a studio and it was a studio shot like the one Nandi did, with maybe jewelry, with lights, with different lighting, a nice background, like all of that. The way she actually does put in a lot of effort in some of her
speaking about the Nandi, who did the same picture.
Love her.
Everybody's praising her. She also got the internet in a row. Two sides of the groups. And I still think, I love what she said. And I feel like we needed to hear that. She's a hero in my you know what I mean? She might
see Ronnie proving my point.
I don't want to say too much on this conversation, because I feel like it's one of those conversations where we'll all agree to disagree. A lot of back and forth. Yeah.
I only listened to 2 seconds of what she was saying because I knew where she was going with it, and there was already backlash from everyone else that was around me saying things about what Nandi was saying. Pardon my ignorance, I didn't get to hear the whole voice, and maybe you guys can give me an insight as to what she was speaking about.
Okay, so basically she was on the LT the podcast, and she was urging the society to extend more grace to black men, highlighting the emotional, financial, and social pressure that they face. So she spoke about how men often are measured solely by, the provision and their status. And with little space for vulnerability and just emotional expression. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
I'm going to ask a question that usually gets asked in this situation. Who set that system up?
Men.
Exactly.
Even though it was not the black man.
I was about to say
it wasn't the black man.
No, it wasn't. No, that's tricky. Like we can't say that because
It's very tricky.
the same thing that he's going through is going through to take care of the black woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but now you expecting me to clean your house, raise the kids, do all of these things, and be okay with it because apparently I'm built for it as a woman.
I was gonna
as a man, provide and don't complain about it.
You see, that's the thing right there. You see, the same thing that I'm gonna call them Purple Gang because that's all I had. I don't know their official name, but those people, and they were talking about the boy child. So if they're going against this person, they're contradicting themselves. You get what I mean? They're literally contradicting yourself. You are saying, we are human beings, but you're not looking at the other person as a human being. It doesn't make sense.
They refuse to look at us as human beings.
No, wait. Your narrative is to say, as human beings, we should be looked at that, and the other human beings should not.
And also, I want to add in
that's my question.
No, I started off by saying you are, or a woman in those cases, let's not generalize, are expected to just do the things and be fine with it because they vote for it. For example, in a trad wife situation, you're expecting me to fulfill my role and do it to the best of my ability because apparently I'm built for it and that's how things are supposed to be. So if I expect you to fulfill your role that you are supposedly built for, which is to provide without complaining, then what's the problem? If you expect me,
the provision is not materialistic only.
Yes, it's not exactly. Thank you.
But then why is that always the main complaint?
That's what you guys make it.
Women
tend to make the provision.
Man has never said that.
Remember, in yesteryears, provision was materialistic. Provision, when a man would, I'll take it back in yesteryears in the shanty towns, when men would leave shanty towns and come back to Joburg and to work, that was what provision was looked at. As time has progressed now, we look at provision slightly different. The same way we have standards, and we'll say, okay, cool. I cannot consider the standards of marriage in a relationship. You cannot expect me as a man to provide for you like you are my woman if you're just my girlfriend. And I think that's where the issue now comes in with this narrative: a man must and a woman must. If you're not married, don't. There's no must in anything.
And I feel
marriage
like
is the constitution that puts on that must on the table. If you're a married woman, there's certain things culturally, traditionally that come with what you must do. Same would apply with a man. But if I'm just dating you, if we're just in a regular relationship, don't come tell me, boy, you're expected to provide rent, you're expected to provide food, No, I'm not responsible. I'm not automatically responsible for you anymore. You are a human being. You exist on your own entity. I've not given you my rib. I have not taken your rib from you. So in that sense, you are your own human being. You can function on your own. If you can't provide for yourself, I will go over and above and say, listen, actually, I want the responsibility for providing for you. But over and above that, out in the systems that life has created, marriage and so on, we cannot take the conditions of the relationship and apply them into a marriage and expect the same results.
Yeah.
So I hear you. Fair point. How far does that also extend on the other side? How much of the girlfriend wifey duties do you have access to during the point of you just being a boyfriend?
Realistically, maybe logically, I think a lot of women have taken this narrative. If you're my girlfriend and you stay at my house for like a month, you clean, you take the onus to clean because that is you. It's inside you naturally. But I will never come and ask you, please wash the dishes, please iron my clothes, because I know I'm capable of doing that all myself. You're doing it because it's something that you're willing to do. The same way I will give you money to go do your hair because it's what I'm willing to do. It is not my responsibility. It's not your responsibility.
Never anybody's
to
responsibility.
It's not your responsibility to wash my underwear, to wash my clothes, but you're doing it because you feel as if, I actually love this man. I see a future with this man. So let me show him that this is what I can provide for him as a wife.
Nobody's saying
the same way as a man.
I
feel the same way.
Actually, nobody's saying
Please don't say nobody said, because our elders, they love pushing these gender roles on people who aren't even married yet.
Okay, I got a question. Was it the father who came to you and say, my daughter, you must cook for another man?
It is usually the elder woman that would go ahead.
So which goes back to our question. We say who said it? It's the women.
I wanna bring us back to the conversation of grace, right? And I'm not gonna say much, but I just want to quote a few tweets that I think kind of bring things to perspective, right? Panwell here said, Nandi Madida's right. based on her experiences and perspective. Dineo Ranaka's right, based on her experiences and perspective. We are not the same, and our realities are different. We must just try not to project on other people. And then here's my favorite line: give good man grace and don't give bad man grace.
100%.
And I think to kind of sum it up, I feel like a man that is trying and a man that is putting in effort, I think as a woman, you really need to meet that brother halfway.
100%.
You really need to do your part. In the little things, whether you believe in cooking for him or washing, whatever way you believe you should show up for him. Because that person is also showing up for you.
Yes.
And I think Panwell said it in the most, like, he closes this debate.
100%.
Because I genuinely don't think we can say, Nandi, you are wrong. Or Nandi, you are 100% right. Guys, two truths can coexist. And I think when it comes to those conversations, that's what I'll say. I think Nandi's right, Dineo's right. They both right, because now Dineo did respond to Nandi and she did raise very valid points. You understand? But remember, guys, we're living in an era that is not fair. And you know why I'm saying it's not fair? Now, I can't talk about this Bogart man water alone without mentioning maybe the score bottle. I have to now mention everything, because if I say I like apples, Ron is going to come and say, oh, what about bananas? And then you come and say, oh, but strawberries are amazing. Can't I just have one conversation about one specific thing without acknowledging so many other things? And I think that's where the problem is that Nandi was speaking on one perspective and she did touch on so many other amazing valid points, even about women, you know. But now people are like, but this, but that, but that.
Watch the whole podcast.
100%. You know, somebody,
people are taking
somebody was
social media is
saying that,
annoying.
As women, we do that a lot. When you look at things like Mother's Day, for example.
What about Father's Day? It's Mother's Day today.
You see when it's
like it is. Can we not make it up? Like, you know, and if it's Father's Day, sorry to interject you.
It's okay.
I just get so annoyed at that.
Yeah. So when it's stuff like Father's Day, women will say Happy Father's Day to me, because I'm both the mother and the father. It's not about you. It's not about you.
It's for the fathers.
You know what?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I really like what you just said, and I feel like that just closes the entire conversation.
Let's just let a subject be a subject without so many co-subjects and co-subjects and
100%.
co-subjects. And we do that too much in the internet, where it's like, just because I'm not raising a counterpoint, it's like, but then you're not acknowledging this. I know it exists, but I'm focusing on this.
If you generalize, then you're opening the door to people saying that, but you didn't include all these other things. If you're going to be correct.
Fair.
Okay, Feroza, you know, we have this conversation 1,000 times, and I always end up saying the only way we can encounter this is what Penuel said, because he brought it down to a humanitarian level. Because once we start looking,
decided that he's not going to.
No, he didn't bring it down to humanitarian. I'm gonna correct you there. He brought it down to men. He said, "Give good men grace and don't give bad men grace."
No.
So he
talked about
touching on
experiences. Because we all have different
that's fair
as human beings. Because you see all these movements, once we see and express to say, you know, because they'll be like, men are killing women. The one group, but not all men are like that.
Do you know why I'm agreeing and disagreeing with you?
And then the man will be like, no, the women are like this, because there's also bad women, there's also bad men.
Fair.
It's a human experience. Because the moment you take that away, you cannot fix anything. You can't fix anything. I can tell you right now.
Just to add on to that, the crux of the matter, I think everyone else contributes to a problem of some sort. I came across a page yesterday where some girl was saying that she got invited to a house to go swim, and when she got into this house, there was just African men at this house, and then she went on social media criticizing the girl that invited her over to this house. But I'm thinking to myself, you know the type of person that is inviting you to this place. You know what you're going into. When you go in there and you start reacting and saying, why do you invite me to this place? You knew what environment you're going into. So more than anything, I think we're in a position of knowledge, but sometimes you want to taste the knowledge and see how deep that water is. Man. And when you start drowning, then you start pointing fingers and saying, no, I drowned because of you. You put me into this situation. Whereas a lot of the times we make the choices. The one thing that we've been given as human beings is the power of choice. And sometimes we'll choose to be with the good man. You'll choose to be with the good woman. You choose to be with the bad man, and you only find that out later when you're in the deep end, that hey, actually this is not where I should be swimming at the moment. And sometimes it's a little bit too late. From Nandi's position, like some people say she's speaking from a position of privilege because Yex Batwini is a good man. But now had Nandi been with a bad man, she probably wouldn't have.
She wouldn't have said that. Yeah. She wouldn't have.
So it comes from a position of.
Has she had horrible experiences of men?
100%.
I doubt she would have been like, let's give men grace. She would obviously also be angry and hurt.
And it's quite clear, and she's been very vocal. Dineo had bad experiences with men. So in her eyes, all the men are bad.
I don't think it's all. I don't. That's not
not all.
But
I'm just
her
saying.
experience is that, yeah, it won't speak for people, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So we agree, not to disagree, but to actually agree.
Oh no, I'm not
to
agreeing with any of
disagree.
you.
To disagree.
No, but you are saying that not all human beings are like. Are you saying all men are like
so my
that?
problem is the generalization of how she was talking, and now the
Yes.
person who replied said, "Let's not generalize." it."
Yes.
So my problem is the generalization.
Yes.
That's all.
Of which?
So you feel like she
That's
should
what
have
I'm
phrased
saying.
it better in
Yes.
terms of.
But
no, she did. No, she did.
She
Actually,
did.
she did. She said okay, you know what, I might misquote, but from how I understood it, because sometimes someone speaks and then you understand differently. But how I understood it, she was speaking about intentional man. She said something along the lines of an intentional man. So I think social media is so weird because
It's
things
so
get
weird.
lost in
That's what I'm saying.
transit. But Nandi did. She didn't really generalize and say give all men grace. Or no, I think she said intentional. We'll try and look at the clip. She said an intentional man. And an intentional man is a good man. A man that puts effort. So that's practically what she was saying.
But secretly, I want
think
to argue with that. Sorry, guys. When you mention intentional man, this would cover different spheres. Intentional in my action, in the sense where it might not be positive. I know if I've whispered sweet words to a lady that is looking to hear those sweet words, she will bend over to what I wanted to do because she's accepted my sweet words. My intentions may not always be pure.
I hear you there, but I think with maybe, as I said, I can't speak for people, but I think when Nandi's saying intentional man, she's definitely probably
On a positive
side. She's not looking at a manipulator. She's not trying to describe a man who's just trying to get with you. I think she's talking from a perspective of the fact that apparently she was paid 1 million rand for lobola, guys. You understand what I'm saying? Like, apparently. So I think she's talking from a perspective of Zakes.
Yeah.
Like, she's happily married. She's being treated
That's
right.
the only
So that's the only
perspective she
you
can talk
understand.
about.
Yeah.
You know
So
what
I
I
don't
mean?
think she's.
And people shouldn't bring her down for talking about that
Yes.
perspective
Yes.
because everybody else have been talking about the other
Their bad perspective.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the way
you
marriage
can't-
has such
That's what
bad
I'm
PR.
saying. Like, we need to give floor to everybody, even if they generalize. Everybody now we need to look at everything. We can't just look at one side, of which that's what people do, and people drive the narrative, which also bothers me. And I'm like, guys, but you're forgetting that there is other people in this world.
Yeah.
You know?
That are
I
having good
think her
experiences,
sentiment
true.
was very, very, very personal, because if you look at
Very
if you look
personal.
at a comparative situation with Enkler and Black Coffee, for instance, they were quite intentional at some point, but that didn't end up well. So I think more than anything, it all boils down to your
Exactly,
personal
you know?
your personal
Personal
experience.
experience.
It's only
That's
all
what-
to
that's
your
what it is,
personal
yeah.
experience, and you can only give an opinion just based on your personal experience.
That's all you can
and
do.
You
that's
know, the
all you
system
can
system
do.
says men do this. This is what men are generally doing. Men are bad for this. But over and above that, there's a counterpart.
And I feel
it
like
takes
there's
two-
a
takes
lot
two
of
to
good
tango.
men out there, and that perspective is not going out there. And there's a lot of good women out there that perspective is not going out there.
Maybe she was also talking from a general point of not really relationships. I think let's take out love, let's take out relationship, let's take out fatherhood, let's take out all of that. I think she was also maybe talking from, I don't want to say it's not political, but just the oppression, which women are also oppressed, yes, but I'm not going to touch on that. I think maybe she was maybe coming more also from that, because some people were touching on that.
Or
that,
maybe they're just oppressed in a
it's-
different way. The man.
No, I mean like
You know
the
what I'm
general
saying?
oppression of apartheid and all these other things where,
Yeah,
you're
it's
starting
like I
the
say,
race behind.
different oppression, yeah.
Yes. I don't know.
Anyways, guys, we're just running out of time. Anyways, we'll do this again on Wednesday. We actually didn't do our topic of the day, where we asked
for real?
how funerals have lost their original meaning. And I did ask a question like, what was the meaning in the first place? You know what I'm saying? It's quite interesting, but we're gonna tackle that on Wednesday. Can we?
You had a few
Yes.
birthdays. You had a few birthdays with you, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, we got okay. Hey,
almost forgot
hallelujah,
that. Almost forgot
hallelujah, man. We got the chairman, one of the greatest customers we have here at Bogart Man, Tambani Clifford, of course. Is one of it's his birthday today. Actually, I don't know. It wasn't written here how old he is, but wasn't gonna expose that anyways. But happy birthday to you, right? Happy birthday to you. Just like that, man. We're gonna
to
leave
two.
you. Oh my goodness,
you almost
my
forgot the
love.
first person you see when
My
you
love.
leave the
Oh,
building.
the first person we see. Hey, she deserves triple
She's glowing
hug.
today. She's
Happy
hella
birthday
glowing
to
for now.
Tutu. Happy birthday. And there's a special guy also for tomorrow. Since we're not on air, we're gonna give him a happy birthday today. Happy birthday to the one and only, the man that this building
Yes,
wouldn't be
sir.
here without him.
Mr. Fabe himself.
Mr. Yeah. Any other names you have for him?
Khala. There's so many names.
Yeah,
There's so many names.
So many names.
Yeah, but he's the king of kings, of course.
But the kings of kings, Ellie in the building. It's gonna be his birthday tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be an exciting one. I don't know how many cakes we're gonna pull out.
Amen.
Yeah, how many cakes we need to pull out. But yeah, man, happy birthday to those fantastic people. And just like that, breakfast is served. Good morning.
Let's do it.
It's another incredible morning right here on the Bogart Radio. I hope this doesn't mix out.
Hello?
Good morning to you, man. You're live on the Bogart Morning Show, and you are the winner of the Bogart 25 competition that you entered on the Bogart Radio app. Listen to
Congrats.
Now is the right time, guys. Not many people know about this competition.
Correct.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't believe, it's a real thing. It's not AI. We're not generating this thing off the top of our thumbs. They are winning.
Exactly.
Don't hesitate.
This is Bogart Man's Radio.